You all read the title and thumbnail. Why does Mr. Beast drive a car like this? Well, I'm gonna tell you guys why. This car currently has 85,000 miles, and we're gonna talk about the longevity, quality, and just the overall feel of how the car was at 85,000 miles. So, because many videos talk about the good things first, I'm just gonna start with bad things. And one bad thing about the Tesla on the quality is that this plastic piece right here kinda is loose, so at freeway speeds, it does make a little wind noise, and it's just kind of annoying when you really start to notice it. Also in the other side as well. Another thing that's bad with the Tesla that I realized over the 85,000 miles that we currently put on the car is that the plastics do stain. So as you can see, the plastics, no matter what you do, it doesn't really go away. And I detail this car once a week, so I try to use, you know, a plastic cleaner or any sort of thing that cleans the plastics, and it doesn't go away. Number 3 on the bad things list of the Tesla Model 3 is that when the air conditioning comes on, you kind of hear a little clicking noise with the fan. I don't know if the camera is sort of picking it up. Number 4 of the bad thing list that the Tesla Model 3 has is that with the carbon spoiler, it's kind of fading away. As you can see, it's cracked and it's just not in such great shape. Like I said, I do detail this car once a week, but there's nothing I could really do on this. It's just the wear. Last and final thing for the Tesla Model 3, I connect to the Bluetooth. Normally it sometimes glitches out. When I'm on the road, it just automatically just disconnects and I can't connect it back. It's some glitch. I know it's kind of annoying during the time I'm driving it, but it just happens every now and then. Not too often, but it does happen, so I did want to mention that. All right, now on to the good things about this car. We do have white seats, so it actually held up really nice, considering that it does have now 85,000 miles. Also, the parts, the plastics, and everything in the car held up really nice as well. What I mean by that is that it doesn't make any sort of vibrations or annoying noises once you drive it or do anything else. You're probably wondering, the motor and battery is probably starting to go bad at this point after 85,000 miles. On the contrary, that's actually not true. That's why I added it to the good things list, because it actually pulls as hard as it did when we first got the car. And the battery life, I know the degradation of the battery is around, I believe it was 9% or 10% over the lifetime of the car. So now instead of 300 miles, we have about 280 or so miles left. So that's not too bad. Last 2 things I wanted to mention on the good things list for this car is that supercharging is actually highly accessible. When you want to put in a destination onto your GPS, it's going to show you your route and where you could supercharge, and there's a lot of supercharging stations out there, so that's why it's highly accessible. Also, not to mention, when you do take the car to service, this is actually a really good thing, is that they will give you $100 of Uber credits, and if it takes even longer than a couple days, they will give you a loaner car. So that's another really good thing as well. So I know this has nothing to do with the 85,000 mile review. I just want to show you guys, I thought this was super cool to show. You go to pedals and steering right here, and there is a current track mode on this car because it is the performance. So all you have to do is just put in park, then say, yeah, you want to enable track mode. Then all your tires, motor, and battery temperature come on this display. Also, autopilot is really easy to use. If you want to go on long distances, all you have to do is just click this paddle twice like this, and that's pretty much how you engage the autopilot. And it's really nice to use, like I said, when you're going on long distance road trips.
Track mode enabled. Oh, oh shit. Oh, shit. Yeah.
One more?
Yeah, run it. Oh. Just do Africa. Oh.
So now we come in the part of the video where I talk about maintenance and the average cost on electricity and comparing it to an internal combustion engine car. So on maintenance on this car, I actually have a list of it. So I'm gonna tell you, our first service that we did was a cabin air filter, and we had to do something with the charging port where it doesn't open when you want to charge your car. Also, another cost we had to add to the maintenance list is we had to buy the key card, and the key card literally just goes right here and it will unlock and lock your car. You don't have to keep it there, you just kind of tap it alongside the window. Now we come to the tires, and this is actually probably one of the most expensive things we had to do on the car. A full set of tires is $1,927.93. And not only did we have to replace one, we had to replace two, 3 and 4. 3 times. Not to mention, every now and then we did have a nail in the tire, so we either got that patch or just that one tire fixed. So the most recent service that we did have to do on the car is called the M3 wiper blade. Now you think it's the wiper blade on your windshield. No, that's incorrect. It's actually the fan in the front of the car, and that was causing so much vibrations that it was causing the Sentry mode to go off, and the car alarm would go off in like 3 a.m. So that was really bad, and we did fix that. That was $480. All right, so our grand total came down to $6,429.79. Not to mention, we do probably have to service the brakes pretty soon, do a brake flush and change the brake pads, maybe rotors, who knows. So that's another thing we have to do pretty soon. Many of you who are watching this video who don't have a Tesla or actually considering it want to know, how does it compare to an internal combustion engine car? So I'm gonna tell you, if a car averages around 30 miles to a gallon, and here in California, gas prices are a little bit steeper than most places. So let's say $4.75 per gallon. That equates to $12,112 in 2 years, or 85,000 miles. So that's quite expensive for gas. Not to mention, we have to do oil changes as well, 10 to 15 times a year. So that's around $1,000 to $1,500. Let's say if you're doing it for $100 per oil change. The total is around $13,112 at 85,000 miles for an ordinary car. Now, when you're talking about electricity, our average spending in 31 days, it actually says on the Tesla app, which is really nice, is around $250 every 31 days. Per year, that's $3,180. And you add that up in a 2-year period, that total that we spent on electricity is about $6,360 within the 2 years, or the 85,000 miles that we had this car. When you subtract that with the $13,112, let's say, for your gas and oil with 85,000 miles, that's gonna be saving you at least $6,752 if you consider switching over to an EV vehicle. That's a lot of money considering if you want to cut down on your budget. So overall, this car is super fun to own, and also it can save you a lot of money. That's why a lot of celebrities, you see David Dobrik, mr.beast, all them, they drive this car as well. Maybe not the Tesla Model 3, but a Model S, Model X, and it's still all kind of the same car, same technology. The mechanics of it is different, so you don't really lose value in the car as well when you have high mileage. It doesn't depreciate like your normal internal combustion engine car. Any Tesla owners who are watching, if my information is incorrect, please let me know down in the comments below. For those of you who don't know or don't have a Tesla yet, I hope you could take this into consideration, and I hope you guys learn from it as well. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. I know I don't have a car. I'm trying to create automotive YouTube content without a car. It's gonna be really hard, but I'm willing to grind out the content for you guys. Hopefully one day we could get a Lamborghini, Ferrari, or just some sort of car to create for this channel. So again, I really appreciate you guys' support. A year ago I was at 50 subscribers. Now I'm at 320, I believe, and I want to get to the 500 mark as soon as we can. So like I said, thank you so much again for tuning in to yet another video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey, look at that, it's a train. Nice. Oh, and another one.